How you doing? Just looking over my notes over this next song. The research on this next song is kind of taking me once again into other territory. I can't really put the word to it. Down another road. Quite surprising. This woman had an angelic voice. I just even 20 years later, I'm absolutely just I'm in love with this record. In love with her voice. Donna Lewis. I love you always forever. You know, I hate slow records. I've said it a million times before, but there's exceptions. There's these songs that just really just pluck your heartstrings like a harp. So it is with this record. It's up to actually it's dropping on my fantasy playlist the week of October 26, 1996. It's down to 27 from 14. Whoa, that's a big drop. Of course, a lot of records are moving up on my fantasy playlist that week as well. Donna Lewis, I Always Love You Forever. Um, this is where the research took me on this record. The song was inspired by a novel called Love for Lydia. Lydia. It was written by I believe it's H.J. Bates, if I read my chicken scratch correctly. Let me double check and make sure that is correct. H.E. Bates, rather. And there was a play. There was a 13-part series made in England based on this book. A 13-part series. It was produced by the London Weekend Television. That was in 1977. And the book itself, it revolves about a very lovely, a wealthy woman, a wealthy girl who discovers who discovers the delights of life, helped by her aunts. She was reclusive, and this newspaper reporter, her aunts brought in a newspaper reporter and apprentice for a local newspaper, and they entrusted her to him, and he got real close to her. And he found out over a period of time, as he spent time with Lydia, his name, by the way, was Mr. Richardson. Mr. Richardson discovered, God, this woman is captivating. She's not reclusive at all. She's actually quite impetuous, demanding, gregarious. He falls in love with her, and he's got all these powerful feelings that he doesn't think he can transcend, but he transcends them anyway. The pain and the anguish, the feelings that come with love, I guess. And it sounds like a pretty powerful book. Never heard of it till I did research on this song. Now let's get back down to earth. Donna Lewis, I Love You Always Forever. She's from Cardiff, Wales. She's put out a new CD. She put out a CD in 2015, and it was produced by David Torn. David Torn, who's worked with David Bowie, Jeff Beck. Worked with Jeff Beck, the legendary guitarist Jeff Beck, and K.D. Lang. And I Love You Always Forever was an international hit. It went to number 5 in Britain. Here in the States, now get this, here in the United States, I Love You Always Forever went to number 2. And it stayed at number 2, locked into the number 2 position for 9 weeks. It was held off the number 1 spot by, I guess, take a wild guess, the Macarena. Las Del Rio, I believe, was the name of the act. Still, gosh, dog. It's she's got a bedroom voice, but it's not a come on. It's not it's not even a risque bedroom voice. It's reassuring, it's warm. It's I don't know, it's just angelic. I can't put the words to it. But I can put the words to this. I'm sure I put this at number 1 on my fantasy playlist. It was up there on my fantasy playlist. Well, now it's down to number 27, the week of October 26, 1996. Donna Lewis, I Love You Always Forever.